Alright everyone, versus Z with another Transformer review, and we're looking at Voyager class Mixmaster from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. He's one of the Constructicons, probably one of the better figures in the what we have as Constructicons. We have Rampage, we have him, we have Demolisher. There's supposed to be another one coming out, and it's Long Haul. I haven't seen him yet. But of the three that are out right now, not including Dirt Boss, of the three, this is probably one of the better of the three. So yeah, definitely, I'm kind of proud to be doing this review. It's a very interesting figure. I mean, he looks very interesting. He actually has three modes. So as much as I can try to do a single part review, I'm gonna see if I can still. But to be on the safe side, I'm gonna call this a two-parter review. So let's get to it. Alright, so in his alt mode, he's a cement mixer. He's a really proud Decepticon, as you can see. It's just one big huge one right here, one big huge one right there, and then the one in front up here. So he really likes to be shown off as a Decepticon. But I guess it makes sense because Megatron said no more hiding, or whatever. Really nice. It's a very, very detailed cement mix. You can catch a lot of detail in the back section here. Little paint app here. It gets really chippy really fast, so you want to just be careful of that. He rolls very well. My only small gripe about it is it's misproportioned here and there, but it's totally fine because I'm not even gonna keep him in alt mode all the time. So to transform him, it's a little confusing. It's not Optimus Prime hard, but you kind of just have to get the hang of it. Just try and pay attention because I'm going to try to kill time at the same time here. So you want to take his wheels, both his wheels, and you kind of just want to part them from underneath. The mixer area will part, and that's fine. It's supposed to anyway. Just take all that. And I forgot to mention all this stuff in the back. Nice little details right here. It'll kind of can just pour out and stuff like that. Forgot to mention that. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to tuck those in first, and I totally forgot to do that. So go ahead and do that. Tuck those in. Tuck that in. Yeah. So there, you're fine. Now you do the whole untabbing the wheel and everything, and getting the arms out. And ooh, Panda Express. Anyway, pay attention to this part because it's gonna get a little confusing. You want to just part his arms, bring them down. And then you want to pay attention to this part especially. Take the wheel section, bring it back a little bit. Take this lower panel, bring it down. Then you're going to take the wheel assembly back even farther, rotate it 180, bring it back forward. Take the lower panel and flip it back into place, and then you can adjust this any way you want. You can bring out the arms. You can do the same thing here. Bring it down, back a little bit, bring down the panel, bring it back. Rotate it 180, bring it back a little bit forward, panel back into place, and then everything you can just adjust any way you want. The position of the arms, these mixer panels, it's all playable in any position you'd like it to be. So now we can take the under part here. So you want to take the cannon. The missile's already in there, and it does shoot very well. It's a nice clear purple missile. You know what, screw you then. Bring it up, and this little tab here should peg into there. Make sure everything's down and straight and everything. Okay, cool. Then you want to take this front section, just the shell. You want to take just the shell and kind of split it from the sides. Or I guess you can bring this down too. Yeah, do that. Just might as well do that. Bring the whole legs down. Then you can kind of split the shell from the sides, and then bring it all down. Rotate the shell 180, and then there's a tab in here with a peg in the end. Flip that out because it's going to attach into the back somewhere. So you want to just leave that all there. Bring the legs down even farther. And that's cool for now. And then you want to take the body, which is right here, and peg it into place. And this part gets slightly confusing, just slightly. Let's bring it up a little bit. You want to rotate. You want to rotate on the hinge 180. Bring the tank up 180, and then you bring this one about more than 180. So about right there. So it lines up together like that. Let's do it again here. Rotate, 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 and then you can put smokestacks any way you want them to. Like, we'll do the transformation by default. And we'll mess with the head later on. And then you want to take this entire assembly. You basically want to, they're all on hinges, so you want to basically bring this up there by doing this. So there's a whole bunch of folding and stuff. Alright, now his legs, or this little backpack thing. Now there's a couple ways you can do this, there's a couple ways you can have this. Basically, you just want to make sure that that peg sits right into there, and then the rest is all up to you. Get in there. Sometimes it's a struggle because the peg or these hinges don't like to cooperate with you. Sometimes it's a struggle. Alright, there you go. Then you can bring his legs. This part's also a little bit confusing. Just part the legs. You want to do some crazy flip up. Close the legs. You want to bring the arms back a little bit, I guess, because they get in the way. Close the legs. Bring them in so that the tire's on the inside. So in case you didn't catch that, rotate, turn inward, alright. Instructions are stupid. I think you should do the legs first and then do the whole thing with the arms and the body, because everything just gets all jumbled and everything. Like y'all just saw. So, yeah, sometimes the backs don't like to stay in. Sometimes, if you get it all right, then it should be fine. Anyway, the next thing you want to do here is just take his feet, these little panels, bring them out to the side, turn him, bring him out like that, and then turn it down to the side like that. You can bring the feet down. Same thing here. I mean, there's actually a couple ways you can do it. Basic idea is to get those little panels on the side of his feet, kind of like ankle panels or whatever. But yeah. Yep. And then his head is, it can either stay in there or not. It's actually on two hinges. One up there and one down here, so you can bring his head up if you want, but that just looks totally weird. You can bring it forward to kind of give him more of a neck or whatever. It just looks a little awkward. Yeah, basically you don't have to keep his head stuck in there looking like that. You can bring his head out a little bit if you like. So yeah, I think I've gone quite a bit. So his articulation is pretty basic, and the legs too is very basic. You can only go forward so much, backwards so much. Can kind of go in and out, bend at the knee at one point, which is a very nice bend. But if it wasn't for all the kibble in the back, it would be a lot nicer. With little panels here, you can fold up and down. He has no ankle joint where it can go side to side. It can only go up and down. So you have very basic leg articulation, which is it's just anatomy. But he has a ton of points of articulation in the arms, so I'm not going to show you all of it because there's just a whole bunch to go over if I did that. Anyway, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 7 or 8 points of articulation in the arm alone. Counting these two ball joints, that's 10. Another here, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15, about 15 or 16 total points of articulation just on his arms alone. And then of course you have the head, which is on a ball joint, and then I'm sure the instructions totally missed out on this, but it could probably go up and down. But if you bring his head out a little bit, it's on that ball joint, so it's pretty free moving. Also, a lot of this toy takes a lot of a lot of playing with. Like the panels, there's no like default area where they should be. The panels can be anywhere you want them to be. Same here with this little thing. These little knee spurs, they don't have to be stuck out like that. They can close in and be conformed with the legs, but I like to keep them out like that. But yeah, let's get to part 2 now.